Vermonters and non-Vermonters and everybody going through Vermont and everyone. Good morning. So, I have an article to read to you that just blows me away because if you've been in Vermont even for a minute, you know that it's been sub-zero. And I don't mean minus like -1. I mean like chill factors of -20. It has been so cold. Why would you go up on a mountain at this time? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of, let's read the article and together let's see what the story is. First of all, the article is, what's it? I got it out of newsbreak.com and it's called Hikers Rescued in Vermont Amid Sub-Zero Temperatures, and it's by Carson Lyle, and it was written 13 hours ago. Search and rescue teams rescued 2 Canadian hikers, a 21-year-old man and 19-year-old woman, Vermont State Police say. The 2 Canadians hikers were rescued Saturday after, this is exactly when the warnings for sub-zero temperatures were being put out. They were being put out all week. After facing life-threatening conditions while climbing a Vermont mountain. A 21-year-old man called 911 on February 7th after he and the 19-year-old woman needed rescue after becoming extremely cold. I wonder how far they got. Let's see. The pair were close to the summit, oh my gosh, of Camel's Hump, which isn't huge, but still it's big enough. Camel's Hump Mountain in Duxbury. Rescue teams began to climb the 4,083 foot mountain. So it's 4,000 feet, and at about 6 p.m. searching for the freezing hikers. Let me just hold on one moment. Let's just see what that is. 4,083 feet to okay, so yeah, it's not much. It's 0.77 miles. So it's not much. But in sub-zero weather, to walk even that, even a block. And so let's continue here. Emergency crews, oh, the temperatures were below zero, wind chills nearing -20. And I'm going to suspect, because it was -20 down here, that almost a mile up the mountain, it may have been closer to -30 or even -4. I mean, they say -20, but it could, with the chill factor, it could have been even worse. Emergency crews audibly directed the hikers to Alpine Trail, where the two began to make their way below the tree line. Search and rescue teams began heading to the Monroe Trail with a team of rescuers climbing the peak with a stretcher. The Monroe Trail intersects the Alpine Trail. At 11:20 p.m. So can you imagine at night? Climbing a mountain in Vermont here in sub-zero weather, it probably was -40. Because here it was -20 or -18, but close enough. So at 11:20 p.m., rescue teams reached the hikers who were suffering from hypothermia, and the man was able to walk down the trail after being warmed. The woman was put onto the stretcher. Crews reached the bottom of the trail close to 4 a.m. Can you imagine this, guys? They were walking for 5 hours. These rescuers had to go up there. Now, I commend the hikers for calling and realizing that they were so cold they were not going to make it. But seriously, please think about this. When they are calling for negative sub-zero, saying in 10 minutes you're going to get frostbite, please don't consider hiking. I mean, there's going to be plenty of other warm, beautiful days where you can take. It's a risk anyway when you hike. Nowadays, it is an absolute risk. And the reason is the weather fluctuates really super fast. In the spring and summer, it can get so hot that you find it intolerable. And things like that, the weather is just different nowadays. So why they decided to climb the Camel's Hump in negative temperatures, I'm not sure. But the other side of this is when you do consider something like that, the rescuers, they were walking, you know, for way more than 5 hours. It sounds like it took them hours to get up there, and then it literally took them 5 hours to get down. So the rescuers are also at risk. You have to remember that. Anyway, with that, I wanted to get on here and share that please, you know, is it common sense? Sometimes people have that, sometimes they don't. I would say the best thing to do is to consult with someone on what their thoughts are, considering the weather, considering your experience. Don't just decide to go up a mountain and hike in any kind of weather. And I say that even in the rainy season, especially because guess what? In Vermont, we have landslides too. I see it all the time on the side of the dirt roads, right into the ditches, the hills and the edges there. They just collapse, the little hills. So anyway, with that, I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm going to do another video next on the update of Nancy Guthrie's missing mom, Nancy Guthrie, who is still missing, and we're going to do a little update on that. So with that, and as you know, that is because Cameron, her son, is a Vermont resident. So this is one story I am following. I don't necessarily follow, because when you begin to follow a missing person story, I don't know if you realize this, but as a YouTuber, you are expected to follow up with updates. So I don't know if any of you know that, but that's a fact. So I would like to give a little update on that in the next video. So with that, I send you love and light. Thank you for being with me. We do have a little bit of warmer weather, 20s and 30s. To me, that's warm, and I love that weather. Is upon us now, starting in this week. So this might be a more viable time to go on a very short hike. And 0.77 still to me is miles or feet. Miles is, that's almost a mile. That's still too long. Make it a 10-15 minute walk. Turn around and go home and get a hot cocoa. I'm serious. I mean, you don't want to put yourself or your loved ones or anyone else who has to go up there and rescue you at risk. Have a beautiful day.